This is the Kawasaki Ninja 500, which is priced at rupees 6.6 lakhs on road Mumbai, because this is a CBU. The registration cost alone is rupees 1.1 lakhs. Very expensive a motorcycle for what it has to offer. This is not the key of the motorcycle. You have to guess which motorcycle's key this is. Now the design is very similar to the ZX6R, and that's how the ZX6R actually looks, in case you're wondering. Well, the key is of the ZX6R, the 636. Anyways, coming to this motorcycle, this has actually replaced the Ninja 400 in Kawasaki's lineup, but the price is really very crazy, and I'll tell you why it doesn't seem worth it. For starters, the front end design of almost all the Kawasaki motorcycles look the same now. The lights are a little aggressive. This is the low beam, this is the high beam, and the windscreen could be a little taller considering there will be a lot of wind resistance here. Now, the indicators are actually halogen, which is surprising at this price point. Says Ninja 500 right there. These are 310mm semi-floating discs, Nissin brake calipers. The front tire size happens to be 110/70/17, and these are 41mm telescopic forks. No USDs here. Suspension travel at the front happens to be around 120mm. You can see the exhaust there, which routes from here and goes all the way there. It's a bit bulky, this exhaust. The ground clearance is just 145mm. The seat height is 785mm, which is good for short riders. In case you're tall like me, you can opt for the accessory tall seat, which is 30mm taller. Goes to 815mm right there, which is quite cool. Obviously, it's a parallel twin engine. The design is actually quite aggressive and nice. Now, this is the standard edition. There's a special edition which is not offered in India, unfortunately. However, Kawasaki's website actually states the features, rather the Kawasaki India website is stating the features of the special edition as well. If you're not offering us, why are you teasing us there? Now, the rear tire size is obviously bigger, 150 section here, 150/60/17. Rear brake size is 220mm, and obviously it has got dual channel ABS. The rear suspension travel, there you can see the monoshock suspension, 130mm, adjustable for preload. Again, halogen indicators, very flimsy right here. This is obviously all LED. The brake light has to be LED. Meanwhile, the pillion is not going to be very comfortable because he's sitting a bit up, and there's nothing to hold on to other than this strap right here. The tank is 14 liters. You get clip-on bars right here, and this is a negative LCD screen, which is quite weird because it should have a TFT, but the TFT is available with the special edition obviously, and the special edition also has something as funky as that in terms of the color scheme. It also has keyless ignition, the special edition. This one does not get it. Let me turn off the motorcycle and let me turn it on. When I do that, it shows me this sort of a display, and I'm going to turn it on right away. Oh, I pressed the horn by mistake, and there it rose to life. Telltale lights are here, gear position indicator, tachometer is quite small. Here you can browse through a lot of stuff by pressing this button. So real-time fuel efficiency, average fuel efficiency, range. This is the odometer. That's about it. Fuel meter, clock, Bluetooth connectivity is also there. So it's giving me the Wi-Fi symbol right now. Speedometer and high beam is on right now. So I'm just going to go to the low beam using this. Hazard light switch, indicator, horn. Turn off the motorcycle. This is to turn on the motorcycle. No adjustable levers, which is surprising here. You can mount the mirror on the left side, but not on the right side if you want to mount it on the clip-on bars. But the mirrors are actually mounted on the fairing here. There is no USB charging socket. I was searching for that. That's quite weird. It obviously uses a trellis frame, and the design is something which is amazing, but the price is also very amazing because it's too expensive a motorcycle. However, quality, fit, finish and all is super duper awesome. Let's rev the motorcycle. Nice tickly function right here. Anyways, let's start riding right away. Alright, let's turn on the motorcycle and let me turn off the hazard into first gear, and it's actually galloping ahead. This motorcycle is raring to go. We are in first and we are going to launch this motorcycle right away, and oh my god, the vibes, and off we go. First gear 72 kilometers per hour. In second gear it crosses 100 kilometers per hour, 103. In third gear, yeah, it is pulling past 130 kilometers per hour. So yes, this is decently quick, very tall geared motorcycle. Now this motorcycle has a displacement of 451cc, which is basically the same engine as the Ninja 400, but they've obviously worked on it to increase the displacement, thereby taking the displacement to 451cc and cheekingly calling it the Ninja 500 when technically it is the Ninja 450. Yeah, the naming is 400, 500 like that, not really 450 and all. Anyways, the performance is very good because it's a twin cylinder motorcycle producing 45 horsepower, which is actually the very same as the Ninja 400. So they have not increased the power here, which is quite disappointing, but the torque output has increased by 5.6 Newton meters. This makes 42.6 Newton meters of torque. and that results in this motorcycle feeling quite juicy. I don't know if juicy is the right word, but feeling quite punchy in terms of the rideability, because it has good amount of grunt lower down, decent mid-range grunt as well, and top end is a bit lacking. Problem in the top end is there are a lot of vibrations. You can feel the vibes on the handlebar, on these clip-ons. You can feel the vibes on the seat, a lot of buzziness on the seat. You can feel it on the side of the tanks, and you can feel it on the foot pegs as well. So this motorcycle is not the most refined, which is a bit of a problem, because for a twin cylinder engine motorcycle, refinement is something which is something you expect, which this motorcycle just does not offer. In fact, vibrations are so much, when I'm trying to turn off the indicator, I'm feeling a bit of an issue there as well. Yeah, and the engine check light is continuously blinking, which is something you would not expect from a Japanese motorcycle. Now, engine check light should definitely not blink in a Japanese motorcycle, but I don't know why it's blinking right now. I think there's some issue somewhere. Red line comes in around 11,000 RPM, which is decent, but it should red line higher. Now, it's a Japanese motorcycle, and then the Yamaha R3 just feels so much better in terms of the engine, and is much cheaper as well. It's actually lighter. The Ninja 400 was lighter as well. This weighs around 2-3 kgs more, 3 kgs more than the R3, I think, and 2 kgs more than the Ninja 400, but it is lighter when compared to the Aprilia RS 457, the real rival of this motorcycle, which costs 1.33 lakhs lesser when compared to obviously this particular Ninja 500. Meanwhile, this motorcycle weighs lesser than the KTM RC390, but that's a single cylinder motorcycle, so I really don't care about it much. Being a twin cylinder motorcycle has its benefit, like obviously smoothness and refinement, the benefit which you're not getting here, because this bike just does not feel smooth enough. I expected this bike to be smooth, it's just not smooth, yeah. And then it has got slipper clutch, but I absolutely love the gearbox on this bike, very nice, and the clutch is also on the lighter side. You don't feel the weight here while making a U-turn. Yeah, it is smooth there, so no complaint on that front. It's time to launch again. We are in first gear, indicator off, and off we go. Clutchless upshift. Yeah, baby, it has a slipper clutch, and third gear it will do 131 kilometers per hour. So yeah, it is tall geared as such, but because of tall gearing, I think it will, because it reaches 100 in second itself, it will do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.5 seconds, which is quick, and a top speed of almost 200 kilometers per hour, provided you duck down like this, because there's just way too much wind blast here. Yeah, this visor is absolutely of no use at all. Doesn't help in any way whatsoever. Tires are decent, but not the grippiest of tires. If you want grippy tires, I mean, if you want to go to the track, then you need grippy tires. You should change it. Why are there 4 exhausts on that Bolero? That's kind of weird. What is that exhaust on that Bolero? I have no idea whatsoever. The clutch is also very light. Yeah, very lighter clutch here, surprisingly, and it absorbs bumps very nicely. So yes, in terms of the way this motorcycle rides, it's amazing, because I'm seated very upright here. Seat is comfortable, minus the buzzing here and there, and of course the tractability of this engine. So this is a motorcycle you can ride in the city, you can ride out on the highway, because it will easily maintain 120 kilometers per hour without making you feel uncomfortable. And then you can take it to the track as well, because the handling is also good. Yeah, sort of an all-rounder motorcycle, but this is a beginner motorcycle, and for a beginner motorcycle it is expensive. Yeah, it is quite expensive a motorcycle for a beginner motorcycle. I was just looking down to see what's happening, because the pegs seem to be center set here, little rear set actually, but comfortable. Yeah, seat height is also comfortable in spite of it not being too much. This does not have the tall seat height accessory, and still I'm quite comfortable on it. With a tall seat height, I'll be even more comfortable without a doubt. The mirrors give you a decent view of what's around, but I can see my arms, and because I'm wearing a riding jacket, I can see that flapping all over the place. High speed stability is also good. This is a very likable motorcycle, but it's a very expensive motorcycle. It will be 6.6 lakhs. It's obnoxiously expensive. Okay, let's duck down for some aero efficiency. Yeah, there it just performs better when I put my head down like this, because there's just way too much wind resistance, way too much wind blast as well. Brakes are strong. Brakes are actually very strong here for a kind of motorcycle. The brakes are actually nice and likable as well. Dual channel ABS, no traction control, no electronic aids here at all. And for this price, I would have expected Kawasaki to at least offer the special edition, but no, they haven't offered us the special edition, which is very disappointing, because this screen is just out of place here. Let's launch. Yeah, so I was saying that for this price they should have offered us the special edition, yet it would still be very expensive. So you can imagine how overpriced this motorcycle is right now. And this screen is from 1980s, okay, 1990s, okay, from 2000. Just give us an analog tachometer. Now it will be forgivable, because this is not such a nice looking screen. I don't know why they have that, but it is what it is. It wants to gallop ahead. I love the feel of this motorcycle because it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels very comfortable. You can ride it for longer distances as well. But I'm kind of confused with Kawasaki's pricing strategy. 2-3 years back, not maybe 2-3 but 4-5 years back, the Ninja 650 used to cost around 6.5 lakh rupees. Now the Ninja 650 costs rupees 9 lakhs. Kawasaki increases prices like Adani shares. Yeah, crazy pricing of their motorcycles. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, they are super expensive motorcycles. They offer us everything, but they offer us things at a very high price. They initially started this segment with the Ninja 250, then came the Ninja 300, which is still on sale by the way, because it is priced at rupees 4 lakhs. This costs 2.6 lakhs more. Is it worth the additional price? Probably. I love the Ninja 400. I'm not so impressed with the Ninja 500 because of the vibrations and because of the pricing. I think there are better options available at this price. Even the Triumph Trident 660 is an amazing option. Who has done this? This wasn't there like 5 minutes back when I was riding from here. People come and litter the road like crazy. That's so wrong. I'm actually enjoying riding this motorcycle as long as I don't think about the pricing and as long as I don't get into the top end of the rev range, because that's when all the vibrations kick in, and they kick in plenty. Yeah, there are so many vibrations. So this is using a trellis frame, I believe. It doesn't matter what the frame is. Kawasaki makes awesome motorcycles. In fact, all the cycle parts are similar to the Ninja 400, so they have not really changed much. They've kept almost everything the same here. The only thing they have done is given it more torque and more displacement, which definitely helps in giving this better rideability. But that aside, I feel Kawasaki is just pricing their bikes like crazy. I just wish their marriage with Bajaj, or not marriage, that's dating with Bajaj would have worked out. Then you would have got affordable twin-cylinder engine motorcycle. Kawasaki is now like jo paisa kamana ek din mein kama lete. Let's price a bike like crazy, because 6.6 lakhs for a motorcycle which has halogens bulbs instead of LEDs for the indicators, doesn't have adjustable levers, and just has 45 horsepower seems quite crazy simply because it is. Yeah, it is just crazily priced. It's a likable motorcycle, but the price is just not likable, and that's the reason why this is a motorcycle you can't really recommend so easily, because the price messes up everything here. That said, I am a fan of the Ninja series because they started offering us twin-cylinder engine motorcycle, and this twin obviously means that it will drink some amount of fuel. However, it's decently efficient. It's showing a mileage of 20 kilometers per liter right now, which is decent considering the fact that the KTM RC390 or the 390 series motorcycles from KTM return somewhere between 18 to 24 kilometers per liter depending on the riding style, of course. So guys, this is my vlog of the Kawasaki Ninja 400. Sorry, 500. Why am I saying 400? Because this bike feels awfully similar to the 400. I don't even know why they discontinued the 400. They should have kept that on sale as well and discontinued the 300 and priced the 400 at the price of the 300. And oh my god, I expect so much from Kawasaki. But let the good times roll, only for the accountants, not for the customers, because the bike's pricing is obnoxious. Even service costs are on the higher side. And then the biggest issue with Kawasaki motorcycles is their thin sales and service network. If they were with Bajaj, that wouldn't be an issue at all, because Bajaj obviously has a massive service network. Imagine getting to a Bajaj dealership where you can find KTM motorcycles, Triumph motorcycles, and even Kawasaki motorcycles, plus Husqvarna as well, maybe the Pulsar series too. That would just be the only showroom you need to visit when you're opting for a performance motorcycle. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Kawasaki decided we will go alone. Japanese company, more conservative in that regard. And now I think we are going to be entering a tunnel, which means it's time to rev the nuts out of this motorcycle so you guys can hear it. So here we go. Oh my god, there is a jam here. Never mind. Oh, everybody has become super alert, like what is happening right now. And in the city, it is quite an easy motorcycle to ride. The sun is out. I thought it's going to rain any moment. In the start of the video, it was going to rain any moment, but the sun is out, which means that's a good day to ride. And definitely a good motorcycle to ride, but do something about the price. Even on EMI now, I'm not able to justify the price of this motorcycle. I mean, EMI or no EMI, you still have to pay 6.6 lakhs to Kawasaki. And with EMI, you have to pay a lot more to the bank, obviously. This CNG dude wants to go where? I have no idea. And here we go. It gets a bit bouncy here and there, but for the most part, I can't complain because this is such a fantastic bike. And I'm not going to talk about the pricing alone because I've done it so many times that I am myself bored about it. Come on, Kawasaki, give us something which is affordable. Don't give us the W175. It is affordable, but I mean, the price is still on the higher side. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye. Okay, let's downshift. Woo!